Hi guys, this is Viel and I am back for another video review for you guys. I just got back from Manila via Taipei, and no joke guys, the whole December that I was in Manila in the Philippines, I went on a massive book haul just because I really wanted to get books that were by Filipino authors and that was mostly set in the Philippines or in Manila. And usually are books that are hard to get by over here in California. So no joke, half of my luggage, half of the 50 pounds was probably all books. So I'm so excited. This is gonna be my December slash holiday slash Christmas slash Manila slash travel book haul type of video. So there's a lot to get through. There's probably gonna be a second video because it's really long and I'm probably gonna ramble. So enough of that. I'm gonna show you guys the books that I got. It's kind of really, oh my god, I have to like pull back this way. Is it on frame? Yeah. Anyways, those are all the books I got. I know some of them are small, but there's like a lot. There's probably like 40 books in here. I don't know, that might be an exaggeration. So let me go through them. First book on this lovely cute little pile. These are all from Summit Books, which publishes chick lit or young women literature, young women books in Manila. They also publish Candy Magazine, which is a pretty famous teen young adult magazine in Manila. First one, this actually is not the Summit Book version, but this is one of the books that I read and raved about on Twitter if you follow me this past month. This is Interim Goddess of Love by the very wonderful and very nice Mina Esguerra, and she was kind enough to actually send me a I'm gonna show you guys because I am floored when I got this in the mail. This is a signed copy of Interim Goddess of Love. They're actually going to come out with a Summit Book edition of this in the coming months, but I wanted to pick up one before I leave Manila, so she was kind enough to send this to me. Following her on Twitter, her Twitter username is Mina Esguerra, so follow her. She is amazing. Interim Goddess of Love, I seriously love this. I'm going to do a book giveaway and a book review pretty soon on this book, so please stay tuned. And Mina was actually very kind enough to actually send also 2 signed copies of this book. So I'm going to do that giveaway. Interim Goddess of Love is about Hannah McKeeling, who doesn't know why everybody tells her all of her love problems when she's never had a boyfriend herself. Turns out she has a predilection for this kind of job because King Apollinario, for now disguised as a very handsome, stoic, gorgeous, mysterious college senior, I believe. Sorry, I'm blanking out because I love this book so much. College senior at her school is actually the Tagalog or Filipino god of the sun. And turns out the goddess of love has gone AWOL, and he is asking Hannah McKeeling to fill in as the interim goddess of love. And it doesn't really hurt that he's very gorgeous and very hot. So she ends up saying yes. And this is the first of the planned series from Mina Esguerra. So watch out for the book giveaway I'm going to do for this book. 2 more books that I have from the series. Not really a series, but this Summit Books. 2 more books by the wonderful Mina Esguerra. First one is That Kind of Guy. This is about Julie, who ends up doubting herself and trying to see if her ex-boyfriend, who is a reformed playboy, it might actually end up being the right guy for her. So beautiful, cute cover here. And then the next one is Fairytail Fail. This is also by Mina Esguerra, and this is about Ellie, who thought that her ex-boyfriend, who she just broke up with, is actually her Prince Charming and was a perfect guy, but it turns out he wasn't. What if the perfect guy turns out to be Lucas, who is kind of like the not safe choice? So, very cute book. There's not that much I can say about it just because it's a very light read and I enjoyed it. I also have this on my Kindle just because I wanted to read it. But yeah, this is a copy of that. I actually have another copy of this. I'm going to do a giveaway on that too as well, for you guys who are interested. And then 2 more books by the same publishing company. These are by Marla Miniano. This one is Fangirl. This is about Summer, who is insanely obsessed with half Filipino frontman of a band named Scott Carlton. And what does she do to follow her obsession? And I kind of thought I'm gonna, you know, you guys know that I'm a huge fan of K-pop and Korean dramas. So I kind of thought I'm gonna relate to this book. So I picked that up. This is the newer newer book by Marla Miniano. And this is the book from this day forward. As you can tell, I've actually read like about a fourth of the book. It's a very small book, so it's a very fast read. And it says, who doesn't want their own happily ever after? And this is about Nicholas and Nala, who gets married, but in the process of that, it's not just their lives that are thrown into chaos. A lot of this book is about different kinds of issues about love and how people face that in that situation. So I thoroughly am enjoying it, so I'm gonna finish that. By Marla Miniano. 2 more books in a different category. This is a 2 English translated copies of Noli Tangere and Il Filibusterismo. These are both by Jose Rizal, who is the national hero of the Philippines, and he is a very acclaimed author during the Spanish colonial era in the Philippines. And these books were originally written in Spanish and has been translated to Filipino and English in many different editions. Actually, if you guys are subscribed or watch Lorraine Bautista here on YouTube, very good friend of mine here on YouTube, but she actually has better editions of these that are beautiful covers. And I couldn't find them, so I had to settle for these. I actually like them because they're very minimalistic. See? Not that thick. And actually, I like this edition. This is translated by Leon Guerrero, and on these editions, actually, it's very readable. These are one of those required readings that you had to read in school if you were a student in Manila. But these are actually much more enjoyable, and I'm so glad I'm gonna start reading them now and pick them up for me to read. So that's that. And then 3 more books I'm gonna get through hopefully on this first part. This one is the newest book from Ricky Lee. I did a book review on Para Kay B, and this one is Si Amapola sa 65 na Kabanata, by Ricky Lee. I don't know how to say 65 in Tagalog, sorry. But this is about a gay impersonator who ends up running for political office in a fictional setting in Manila in 2010. And he ends up turning into an aswang or a manananggal. I'm not really that sure. But both are mythological figures in the Philippine culture. And this is like more of a political kind of pop culture satire. So I enjoyed Para Kay B. These is all in Tagalog, so, and some in English, I think, but mostly in Tagalog. So it's gonna be hard to get through it, just to go through all the slang and stuff. But I'm excited to see it. Plus, the cover is so gorgeous, as you guys can see. I love the graphic art on this, and the spine is orange, which is so pretty. Oh my god, like I love that. So that is by Ricky Lee. Another one is by. This one is by Miguel Chuco. This is Ilustrado. If you guys can see, it's getting dark here, but the cover is so pretty. Oh my god, like look at that artwork. Oh my god, so pretty, right? And look at the spine. It's like gorgeous. I picked it up right when I got into Manila because I seriously wanted it. Miguel Chuco, he now lives in Montreal, but he used to live in the Philippines, and he received the Palanca Award, which is the highest literary award you can get in the Philippines, and also the Asian Literary Prize in 2008 for this book. It centers on the protagonist, also named Miguel Chuco, who goes back to Manila to explore and find out the controversy about the life of Crispin Salvador, who is his mentor. So a lot of it is very interesting, mostly historical kind of novel. Excited to read that. And then another book that is by a Filipino author. This is by Samantha Soto. And this is Before Ever After. Look at that gorgeous, gorgeous cover. It's like a book within a book. Look at that. Pretty spine as well. You guys can tell I shopped for books sometimes because of how they look. And this one is not, the story is not set in the Philippines, but this is set in Europe, and it's actually about Shelley, who is, after the death of her husband Max, finds bumps into a man that looks exactly like Max. Same smile, same age, same adorable bump on his nose. That could be Max's long lost relation. He introduces himself as Paulo and shows Shelley his childhood photographs. Paulo tells her that he is actually Max's grandson, and Max never ages. So there's a lot of mystery as well on this book, but it's mostly a love story like that spans through time. So I'm excited to read that. I'm actually gonna cut the video because the lighting is kind of weird now, but also because there's gonna be a part 2 because I'm not gonna get through all of them. So yeah, stay tuned for part 2. Okay guys, bye.